Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video about the top 3 things I've learned from therapy. I hope that by sharing these pieces of information and advice or different perspectives could be useful for someone else as well. For some context, I've been in and out of therapy for 7 years now, and in that 7 years you take a lot and you leave a lot, and I'm going to share with you the parts that I've taken. So number 1, the peace that you're looking for in your life can always be found in yourself. These are probably going to sound quite cringy and cliche, but I can assure you that they have actually helped me. What took me to therapy the first time is I was feeling very suicidal, self-harming a lot, and very anxious. I was just a mess all over the place. My life didn't have a lot of meaning. So that landed me in therapy for the first time. And one of my first rounds of therapy was exposure therapy for OCD. And exposure therapy on its own is a way of kind of teaching you to start to trust yourself again. And I took a lot from exposure therapy, and when my OCD is bad now, or even just my anxiety is bad now, I know to rely on those frameworks, if that makes sense. Because like I said, those frameworks are teaching you to trust yourself, and once you start trusting yourself, you can find a greater level of peace in yourself. You've probably heard the saying, if you can't love yourself, how do you love anyone else? And it's quite similar with peace. If you don't feel at peace or comfortable in yourself, then a lot of that is going to reflect into lots of different areas of your life as well. So yeah, through a lot of work and a lot of finding yourself, you can find a level of peace in yourself. Some people can just naturally go through life and they find this level of peace in themselves and they can hold on to it the whole life. It's been one of the best things I've ever done for myself to put the work in to find that level of peace in here and not rely on anyone else for it. I guess a better way to put what I'm trying to say is that having this level of peace inside is almost like an anchor that pulls you down throughout life, so when them hard times happen, they don't affect you as much. And don't take that as me playing down hardships in life, because hardships are hardships, they're going to be difficult. The second thing that I've learned in therapy is that anxiety is often your body's way of saying, I'm not comfortable. That might sound really simple to some people, and some people might have already connected those dots. But anxiety happens when your body feels uncomfortable, and often when you're in a situation that you've never been in before, or if you have been in that situation before, it's not ended good. I just want the anxiety to go away. I want to feel calm and I want to feel peaceful. So I end up getting annoyed at the anxiety, which I think is completely normal because it is frustrating. But once you understand that anxiety is your body's safety net and it's trying to keep you safe, you can kind of see it from a different point of view. And it don't mean to say that you should love your anxiety and you should embrace it and keep it there, but it's just to say that once you get a softer perspective on something and not so aggressive and annoyed and frustrated, sometimes it can make your body feel calmer just doing that. Things like grounding techniques are really good for anxiety. It's not forcing you to change how you feel, because sometimes when you get frustrated at your feelings and you try and change them, by accident you might just ignore them and push them down. And in the long run, that's not going to help, that's just going to make it worse. So by acknowledging your anxiety and seeing it from a perspective that's not so harsh on it, can actually, in the long run, help you manage it a bit better. I know it sounds counterproductive and you want to be frustrated at anxiety because it's a negative feeling, but actually it's coming from a good place in your own body, if that makes sense. So the final thing I learned from therapy that has really helped me is learning to have this belief that no matter how hard it gets, I'll be okay. Now the reason that one's helped me so much is because, like I say, what landed me in therapy was feeling very suicidal. Me feeling suicidal at that time came from a place of me feeling like I didn't have a lot of control over what was going on in my life. I always felt like it was do the hard thing that you really don't want to do and is giving you awful anxiety, or don't be here anymore. So learning that no matter how hard it gets, I'll be okay. It might sound like duh. If you learn that, you are going to feel good. But it takes a lot to learn that when you've come from a place of feeling like your life isn't worth anything. It's basically the understanding that you've got through all of your worst days, all the days that you didn't want to get through or you didn't think you were gonna, you did because you're here. And it's about having that confidence and trust and respect in yourself that you can do it. And again, this video is very centered around having this level of peace and this level of trust in yourself. And if I can give you any advice, that would be it. I hope it's all made sense and I hope you can actually take something from it. I apologise if my voice has been a bit up and down this entire video. My voice is recovering from a cold. Thank you for watching. Bye.